I just looked at Rear Window again on the weekend, and you have this incredible moment where he's sitting alone, and suddenly a shadow covers his face. And then he opens his eyes, and you see this beautiful face of Grace Kelly come into frame. And this point of view is just, you're there, you are him. You are him at that moment, and you just see the most beautiful face. It's very, very seductive. The point of view means that it's exactly, as much as possible, exactly the way the character is seeing a scene, or he's seeing a person. There's so many point of view shots you could deal with in terms of Hitchcock. There's a few that I really like in The Wrong Man. There's a moment, I think, when Henry Fonda is brought to all these places that were robbed, and they tell the woman, take a look. Is that fella, does it look like that guy over there that robbed you?
He looks the same.
It's one of the films we studied for Taxi Driver, where utilizing this idea of the point of view where everything goes through Travis Bickle's mind and his eyes. You see everything as much as possible in the film through him. And that's one of the reasons we studied The Wrong Man, because it has that feeling of claustrophobia and paranoia that was so perfect for a Taxi Driver.
Someday a real rain will come and wash all this scum off the streets.
What it does is it draws you right in to their world the way they see it, the way they imagine it, the way they, their perception.
There was Jimmy and Tommy and me, and there was Anthony Stabile.
How you doing?
You see the person walk in the room, and he's standing there, and then you cut to see what he sees, but the camera starts to move. It becomes his point of view. And people sort of talk towards the camera. I did one of those in Goodfellas, where everybody's saying, hi, how are you? Where they're introducing all the gangsters hanging out at that Bamboo Lounge, where they're all speaking. They're not talking to the camera, they're talking to the left of the camera, which is the main character.
Then you had Nicky Eyes.
What's up, guy?
And Mikey Francesi.
Oh, that guy, yeah, I want to see him.
And Jimmy Two Times, who got that nickname because he said everything twice, like...
I'm gonna go get the papers,
Perhaps you should look to point of view as an expression of the emotional point of view of the character being discussed. You may see that person in the scene. You may see other people in the scene. I think the best example I can come up with of a complex expression of point of view is in George Stevens' film, Place in the Sun, which I think is his masterpiece and probably one of the finest uses of a filmmaker utilizing the studio system to achieve an astounding result. We're dollying behind George as he walks in, and there's a marvelous moment where the butler walks by, and the butler realizes who he is but doesn't give him any recognition. And it's just, again, one of those pieces of identifying George's status as an outsider, as an unknown. He comes in, as he enters the room, he sees Marcia, the daughter of his uncle, his cousin Marcia, and she turns in his direction and she smiles. It is an amazing piece of screen exposition, and yet it's always from the point of view of poor George. You are assured that all of the characters' feelings towards this newcomer are either patronizing or absolutely snobbish. Once he arrives, no matter who you're looking at on film, you are seeing it from his emotional point of view.
Good morning.
Dr. Lecter, my name is Clarice Starling. May I speak with you?
You're one of Jack Crawford's, aren't you?
I am, yes.
May I see your credentials?
Certainly.
Closer, please. Closer. That expires in 1 week. You're not real FBI, are you?
I'm still in training at the academy.
Jack Crawford sent a trainee to me.
Yes, I'm a student. I'm here to learn from you. Maybe you can decide for yourself whether or not I'm qualified enough to do that.
That is rather slippery of you, Agent Starling. Sit, please. Now then, tell me, what did Miggs say to you?